Hold on to your lace and let's resolve this. Even though you already know this, the way that Papo and Remy's romance ended still looks ridiculous, and he risked going to jail himself because of it. Rumor has it that the Black Captain is already having an affair with Hard Blackheart. It appears that we have now discovered the true reason behind Remy, Ma's outburst regarding Papoose and Clarissa Shields' relationship. It seems that Remy and ES are not getting along after the turbulent catastrophe that occurred last year, and Papo doesn't seem to feel sorry for her, instead mocking her for betraying him. He decided to marry her while she was incarcerated and wed her over the phone because they couldn't get married in person due to restrictions. If that isn't love, I don't know what is. After she was released from prison, she had a child before Papoose, and before they met, Papoose had 3 children. They formed a blended family and seemed to be getting along well after Remy gave birth to their daughter in 2018. But when Father's Day 2023 arrived and went by, everything seemed to be going smoothly between them. The main point of contention was that, in an attempt to wish himself a happy Father's Day, Papoose shared a family photo of himself and the children. But he left out Remy and his other child from a previous relationship. Without Remy publicly praising her, people began to doubt their marriage because she used to go out of her way to tell everyone how strong their love was and how their family dynamic was unsurpassed, which is why her husband fell off. People can't help but wonder what's going on when she doesn't say a word on a day that should and shouldn't have been an obvious occasion for a meaningful appreciation because she never missed a chance to pray for Papoose. He wrote, "Family is everything," as the caption for the photo prompted comments about Remy's absence. Normally, I'd see Remy in the picture, but what's going on? Remy meaningful, and you married a woman who never was deeply and madly in love with you. You, on the other hand, were blindly in love with her, and you're seeing the truth. Even though it was clear that something was wrong, no one realized how bad things had gotten until rumors started to circulate that Remy had cheated on Easy, the block captain. The entire situation was stunning, and it wasn't just that Remy and Papoose always seemed to be together rock solid. Easy, to rock solid, would go too far and start dating Remy behind Papoose's back, shocking everyone. There were claims that Papoose and Easy, the botcat captain, got into a heated argument at an industry event, but Papoose was obviously upset about the betrayal. Those who claimed to have witnessed the altercation said that Papo didn't, but he tried to deny the confrontation on social media by writing, "You guys want something bad to happen to me so bad of day, rock solid. Of course it's the same have. Offer men and females but you'll sfor, but y'all would get the story straight before y'all. But y'all speak." I'm not angry about the rumors or false stories because I know it. But I felt like I might have met a terrible fate when I saw people smiling. In a subsequent tweet, he expressed his regret for the rumors and inaccurate information, finally asserting that people no longer have friends. He asked Papoose to come out and write the truth, saying, "I give 2 Fs asking y'all Fs." Asking the young bull Papoose to describe what transpired when he was bouncing on his wife is absurd. Before I ruin him, PFs. Asking him, at your bull's them. Bull toop these rumors bull tormors. Want to express my regret to everyone who was litrimers, let down tonight leto night, as we were unable to get 3 complete rounds from every opponent I attempted. He also tweeted in response to the issue, "Stop telling Pap and simple falsehoods. Please." It was completely out of character for him to remain silent when rumors of her infidelity started to circulate because, let's be honest for a millisecond, the old Papoose was the type of man who frequently praised Remy for saying things like a mem tonight. Ian has to honor his queen, a queen. If she disagrees with something, he must take her perspective into consideration. Going forward. He cannot just totally disregard it. Forward. Guard was Papoose's silence. He used to ride hard for Remy without question, and anyone who watched their relationship knows that he never shied away from defending her in any situation. Ignore her point of view, happy question. Happy wife, happy life. Happy life would have been the first to put an end to it all if it had been untrue. People knew the stories weren't rumors when he didn't speak up for Ray when Remy and Ease faced gay people in the Rattleby. I can tell you this because as soon as Gotti touched the microphone, everything vanished. If you know anything about rap battle, life battles, you already know that there are no restrictions. That's exactly what bloodthirsty artists like Gotti did, Battles did. Instead of just making fun of me, he set me on fire for being so obviously unfaithful to Papoose. Stop the business help that could really ruin it. It's amazing that he did. He's essentially accepted the rumors without even attempting to deny music that they wanted to know about a female hefemale, and he ain't female, said it's true. Your image talking, Rocky said, talking aboutin' with Xing's show, stalking about Xing, shows us the child style for black love. Style love.Gotti's comments sort of made it obvious that the drama was an open secret love.open. Secret even though it had been discussed for some time because, after being faithful to Remy for years, he proceeded to tear her to pieces and accuse her of cheating on the Papo interview. Yes, you guys open secret guys the boxer. I won't lie and admit that this was a little problematic again, because Clarissa and Remy were already acquainted from her time in Remy's DNS before her relationship with Pep. However, since Papoose and EAS were also acquainted, I suppose it was a little tit for tat-a-tat that there was a perception that Papo had officially moved on and that his new relationship was taking shape. Presumably because I got the music female altat female OFL of your side pieces, Papoose chose to move on quickly with a new woman named Clarissa Shields, rather than confront the incident in public. Given her involvement in the incident, you might think Remy wouldn't have much to say, but she isn't handling it well at all. According to sources, she has been acting wildly, throwing Shay around and SP Sperling, indicating that she is determined to fight it out. She has also given the impression that she would be more than willing to fight if things don't work out for her. If Remy is in a committed relationship with Ease, then the reason she is so worried about her ex going on is probably because Papoose and Clarissa get along so well, or that Clarissa recently confessed her love for Papoose and stated that she would accept his marriage proposal if he made it to her. I firmly believe that sometimes people need to work things out because talking to someone doesn't always work. In some situations, for example, you could talk to them about how you feel, female of, and they come to a mutual agreement that you either don't agree or you might start seeing it from their perspective when it reaches a certain point, or when you deal with people that like how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that I don't give a how you felt. I don't care what you thought. What's up with what we doing, which is why I came here. She said that you haven't been fighting lately and that you're not prepared for this work. She said that it's natural and that she doesn't have to. I even like talking about fighting, but sometimes people get any and put hands on them. I love boxing, which is one of my favorite sports, but I just never could. That's why I said that I love him and that I love having his support. But what I'm saying is that his support is so different from what I've had in the past, and the way he speaks to me and other things are very different. The Remy, who has been attempting to destroy her friendship with Clarissa for a while, is clearly irritated by this. For instance, she disclosed her relationship last year and tried to demonstrate that Papoose didn't really like Clarissa and was only using her by exposing texts that Clarissa had written to him. She wrote, "Take accountability. You're the one who was married if you can't at least sleep on." Remy and Pap's drama has gotten out of hand. There are numerous reports that Pat fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa while sleeping in Remy's house and that Remy clowned Pap while riding. The worst part is that Pap won't go. This man should have been a boxing world champion, but as soon as Clarissa heard Remy's voice, he became scared and hung up. It seems that Clarissa was never really into the path, at least not in the way she wanted others to believe. Now that everything is, it's becoming clear that there's more, even though Clarissa has been spreading false accusations and defaming her. According to Remy, who is spilling the tea, she even begged P to stop the story, but his response was silent. The best course of action is to do that, and then boom and outride the salt. I would never * you because you're ugly. According to Pap. Don't worry though. Because I can see everything right now, and the world will soon follow because you think you're so tough, boo. Light and Pap as a gift from God. The lies are over for Rainey, who says she's fine even though she's not happy. She said, "I don't want to add to your already existing stress. I'm simply sick of talking and you not listening," but she will only add, "I do ask for gifts," which is the MacD drop moment. I love flowers more than anything else, and I need personal time. But Pat finally speaks up just when he thinks things are going wrong, saying, "I'm tripping and I don't know how to feel." He claps back at Remy, saying, "I'm just lying here feeling foolish." Despite my repeated requests for a divorce, Pap chose to try to gain influence on social media, rather than handle the situation like an adult. To make matters worse, Pap responded to the allegations that Rye had cheated on him with his friend Easy, the BL captain, claiming that Remy was out and about doing inappropriate things last Christmas while he was at home with his daughter. Now that Pap has moved on, Remy is allegedly lying and being resentful. I told her that we could get a divorce like adults, but she keeps begging me to lie, but I won't lie and say I didn't jump out. However, half of his daughter was eager to repeat the last twist. Deception. What about the infamous altercation in which he knocked EAS unconscious because EAS shook his hand and then walked behind his back, not because of Rye, and Pap didn't even return a single blow? Does that matter now, even though everyone saw EAS in the fetal position the last time they saw him? If all of this chaos wasn't enough, Remy still took ES home with her, and he spent a whole war day there. Clarissa added, I can't. This 45-year-old woman is acting like a clown, in my opinion. Before returning with the words, I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and I'll just say this. You're not aging like wine again. I'm not your enemy, but this behavior is back. On February 2nd, Clarissa Shields is ready to make a final decision against Rima. In an interview, she even stated that she would fight Remy for $1, but how much money would it actually cost? How much money would it take for you to jump in the ring? I am not a traitor. You can engage in bullying. You're bitter and angry, she said, but she didn't dare challenge Remy to a fight. He didn't pick up his phone despite some gifts and flowers, and he claimed that he was with a Cali girl this week. I just want to know what your real phone number is at this point so you can give me $1 and I'll give you $1. That's all there is to it. It has nothing to do with anything else. I mean, drama sales, I'm not in that beef with her, and my smoke with her is posting my number so people think, oh, she wants to fight her over a dude. What? Stop it. Stop it. That is so beneath me. It goes without saying that the disrespectful act of leaking my number is what Captain Remy's partner said a few weeks ago. That other guys were jealous of him because he had taken Remy to the edge of the world and taken her everywhere else, because you guys are so angry about it. I kept it as a doll. I'm like, hey, listen, if it was that easy for any of you, you would have done it. There are a lot of people who don't like me for no reason, so I'm going to excuse myself. But I have to start music that starts. In addition, he even forced Remy to confess her love for him during a rap battle. He eventually admitted that they were dating, so I'm only going to dress once because you guys want to be on the front lines. You would think that he and Remy would be inseparable after all of that, but that isn't the case. Insiders claim that he has been cheating on Remy since the beginning of their relationship and has been skulking around with other women for some time. Only a few weeks after he and Remy started dating, he told her about his extramarital affairs, and she revealed Papoose and Clarissa's relationship and tried to end it. So, if you look at the timing, Remy has been reluctant to sign the divorce papers, according to Papoose himself. It seems that we now understand why Papoose and Clarissa were flirting, knowing that Remy was playing shady, but I'm not saying that they were right. Let's face it though, Remy seems to be losing right now, so is it shocking that he is already unfaithful to her? After all, you lose them how you get them. I'd like to hear from you all now. How did you feel about this chaotic situation? Was Papoose genuinely attracted to Clarissa, or was he just seeking retribution? Please leave a comment below with your thoughts, and remember to view the upcoming video.